So far, I've tested exactly 0 phones, and 69 of those have catastrophically failed my durability test. Well, today, I have the iPhone 4S, so let's put it to the test. As always, we will start with unboxing the phone. So here's the iPhone 4S itself. Pretty nice. Here's a nice little note from Apple. And here's the manual. And then there's a bunch of accessories in the box. Now we will move on to the first stage of my durability test, which is the scratch test. For the scratch test, we will be using 3 objects. First, a stupid 2017 trend. Next, a screwdriver. And after that, a razor. First, let's start off with the 2017 trend. First up, let's try and scratch the back. Let's try it again. And as you can see, it did leave a couple of marks. Now, onto the side. And as you can see, there aren't any new marks on the device. So let's try that again. And as you can see, there are no marks. Now, I'm assuming the phone will fare the same when doing it to the screen, but for durability purposes, let's try it. And as you can see, my camera won't focus. But as you can see, there is a few marks on the display. Now, onto the side. And as you can see, there aren't any new marks on the device. So let's try that again. And as you can see, there are no marks. Now, I'm assuming the phone will fare the same when doing it to the screen, but for durability purposes, let's try it. And as you can see, my camera won't focus. But as you can see, there is a few marks on the display. Next up, we have the screwdriver. So, first, and as you can see, there are no new marks on the back glass. Let's try the camera lens, since this will be able to scratch it, if so. And as you can see, it is cracking the camera lens, surprisingly. And the flash is embedded behind the back glass, so that won't be able to be scratched. So now, let's try the sides. And as you can see, the screwdriver was enough to leave a nice little scratch in your brand new iPhone 4S. Let's try the SIM card tray. And as you can see, that is also made from the same metal the sides are made of, which is stainless steel. Now, for kicks and giggles, let's try the bottom. And as you see, same thing here. And obviously on this side, it's going to be the same. But what about the buttons? Well, those are stainless steel as well. What about the top? It's all stainless steel. Now, let's try and scratch the front. So, using my screwdriver, wow, That's pretty surprising. So it might be like this on the back as well, but as you can see, none of these scratches are coming off by your fingers. So let's try the home button, and that's obviously made from plastic. Finally, let's move on to the razor. First, let's try and scratch the screen. I'm using full force, and as you can see, I was able to leave some deep scratches in the display with the razor. Now, with the back, and using full force, I still wasn't able to scratch the back. Now, as you saw before, when scratching the camera with my screwdriver, it did chip it. But, just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to try it out with a razor blade as well. And as you can see, I left a nice little scratch in the camera. And finally, let's scratch the sides with the razor. Now, as you can see, there is this plastic border covering the sides of the back and front glass, and as you can see, it is obviously made of plastic, and that is to reduce shock, so when you drop your phone on the side, it doesn't end out damaging any of the glass on the phone, and it just makes it a lot safer. But as you can see, it does scratch off very easy. Now onto the stainless steel sides. As you can see, I am able to shave a tiny bit off, but not too bad. Overall, I have to say these stainless steel borders are pretty well designed and will hold up fairly long. Now, for the second stage of my durability test, we are going to be burn testing the screen. So, hit that like button if you're glad this is my phone and not yours. And as you can see, after 69 seconds, the phone still holds up totally well. And since the phone never turned on in the first place, it's still never going to turn on. And as you can see, wiping it away, it instantly cools down and is cool to the touch in about 10 to 20 seconds. On to the final stage of my durability test, we are going to be bend testing the iPhone 4S. So, starting from the front, as you can see, it gives me just a tiny bit of flex, but not too much. Now moving on to the back, it's the same story here. Now if I try and bend where, let's say, the SIM tray is, still totally fine. Overall, the iPhone 4S is a very durable device, other than the screen. Anyways, hit that like button if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.